Well, hello everybody. Welcome to a Sunday Live here on the 31st day of January. January's almost done, Stephen. I can't believe it.
Oh wow, where's last year gone? You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's just bizarre. I mean, it's been a bizarre time for all of us with COVID and everything that's been going on. Yeah, the only main thing I say about it is I hope that everyone who's watching this, all your families are safe and well.
Yeah.
And you're being sensible to stay safe and well. So, but no, it's crazy, isn't it? January's always got. We're going to be
It's
blinking.
already February.
It'd be
Yeah.
Christmas again.
Yeah. Well, I was glad to get rid of 2020, but 2021 is going by so fast already.
Yeah.
So we are trying a new software, Streamlive, today. I'm sorry, StreamYard. So when you do leave your comments, I think it's going to come in much better because a lot of people have given permission to StreamYard in the past. So
Yeah.
I think like Andrew just put up a thing, and before his picture didn't show up, but now
Yep.
he's given us a nice happy Monday, which we love to have you on here, Andrew. So welcome, Australia. Thank you for having us with you tonight or today.
Yeah.
And it's 10 o'clock in the UK time. It is 5 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah.
And so grateful to have you all here. We're going to talk a little bit about Mass Page. We're going to talk about the latest developments with the theme club or template club. I just gave away something there, Stephen.
It's
And,
all right. Right.
And we're going to talk about what things we did this week with Mass Page tools.
Yeah.
George is here. Thank you for joining us. We also let's see, that's Andrew. So yeah, it's looking great. We really appreciate you guys being a part of this Sunday tradition here as we've sort of kind of created. So all well in your end there today this week?
Yeah, very good. Very, very busy with lots going on. Facebook user, in the Facebook area where our video is, there's a thing that says give StreamYard permissions. If you click on that, it'll actually show us who you are, and it's always nice to know who we're talking to when we're on here.
And once you've done it once, I think you're good for a while.
You
right?
are, yeah, and you're good for this. Where if you connect to anyone else's StreamYard as well.
Yeah,
So,
it's Dale Harris.
Yeah.
So if you see the StreamYard thing down below, it says manage StreamYard access to your info. You just go ahead and click on that, and then it'll reveal who you are on the screen when we tap and add you and share you. So
yeah,
awesome.
But I have some other news. I've been talking to various people who have been asking me about showing them from start to finish how to build a site using your form, my templates, and Lead Simplify and Magic Page plugin. So middle of February, roughly, there'll be a paid course to come on. Initially, there's going to be either 10 or 15 people max, and it's going to be over your shoulder, literally. Do as I do from start to finish. So so when that happens, there are requirements that you do need the 4 products involved to be able to do this. But at the end of the training course, it's literally going to be you'll have a site built, and I'll show people where to get content from as well. So I've had a lot of good sort of feedback on it, and lots of people asking me because they get confused on setting up the templates. And should I share the little bit of news?
Yeah, I was going to wait until a few more people jumped on, but if you want to jump to it, and we'll go back to it. We
can always repeat it.
Yeah.
Currently, the way the templates club is set up, you need WP Vivid to restore the files, and that can be a bit of a long-winded process. We have found a way, and I've got to thank Daryl for watching many videos, which he has done, of converting these into child themes in WordPress. So things are going to take a little bit longer to get this together because we got to convert them, but the end result is all of them in the end will become child themes. So so that's super exciting with this now, that you'll install WordPress as normal, you'll pull in a theme, and the whole lot will be there. super quick and easy. So that's the future of this, which is really exciting because it's going to take the process of you upload you install WordPress, you do a WP restore, and then you got to change the username and password. You got to add your details in the general area. There's a lot of faffing around, and that's just going to remove all of that. So next week I will demo it.
Awesome. So no more WP Vivid eventually here. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. And we were going to switch to all-in-one migration, but the problem with that is with some of the themes you need, or some of the templates, you need to have the unlimited extension, which costs money. And I've been steering away from that to try and stop that from happening. With the child theme version, it is literally install a child theme, and it's about 4 steps and you're done. It's really quick and easy now. So we are frantically, my devs have been working on getting everything up to date with your form, Daryl, Magic Form. And the next step is to work very hard on sorting all the other details out. With getting them converted now to the child theme version.
Awesome. I can't wait to see when that all comes together. It makes for a little bit more work for you currently, but in the end, I think it'll be better, right? It'll be less work per theme.
By far, because it is install a child theme. And I've counted the steps. You install WordPress, you install the child theme, you click on a tab to say install some other bits and pieces, then you import the content and it's all there. It's the extra step in between that is install Magic Page plugin first of all before you import the child theme. And
we'll get a full walkthrough on how to do that possibly next week. Right?
Next week I will walk through. I've been testing it, and I did a test last night using the Magic Page plugin with my versions, and it had a small error, and then it was fine. So I want to thoroughly test it to make sure it's reliable, and of course we'll convert all the current ones and any of the new ones that are coming into Magic Page and Lead Simplify. So you have a standard version without X fields and the version with X fields, which is super cool. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any updates or anything to show for the directory or?
Yeah, let me just what I should have done. I should have loaded up the page in the first place.
If you want, I can talk about a few things while you're doing that.
Yeah, you do that, and okay. I'll get this ready.
All right. Again, guys, thank you for joining us for our traditional Sunday live broadcast on Facebook Live and on YouTube. A few things that we've worked on this week with Mass.page is on the description, which is basically the meta description. We're trying to encourage people to keep it to a certain size so it can be used well as a meta description. So now there's a character count on that field. So as you're typing, it'll tell you how many characters you've typed on the field. So if you're in the Mass Page Magic form, as you type in the description field, it'll continue to go. The other thing we've done is we've added AutoSave this week, which every 60 seconds, the form will save so that you'll have it saved to that copy. And we've also added a separate clone button because before you had to, if you hit save, that would start a clone. But we also wanted to have a clone button so you could do that separately. So we've added that to the form as well. We've made some other tweaks and tunes to that. The other thing that we've added to the form this week is auto siphon of the website from the GMB. So if you do a GMB grab, it typically will come with a website, or you can manually type in a website in that field, which is sort of your link to your money site. So it'll go ahead and it'll scrape the content and then reword it and put it into the summary of features. So it'll help get you a start on that. Again, all of the siphon things are getting worked on still, so we're always trying to improve how the siphon works as far as the grabbing of content and also how it gets processed. So still more to come on that. So how you doing there, Stephen?
I'm there. I will find the right tab now. I'm getting used to down the bottom minute on this one. Right, share screen. A minute.
We gotta keep ourselves or we lose our audio.
Yeah, right. Share. Right, can you see that?
Yep.
Excellent. Right. So on here now, last week when I was on, we were having a problem with this top box, and it had a whole lot of extra little fields. Those are related to categories, and to keep it simple, the guys who own the plugin helped me show me where the tick boxes are to turn them off, and it looks far better. But the nice thing now is you can put in what you're looking for. Now at the moment, for the location, I haven't set up on this site the Google page maps on here as yet, and that takes a few minutes to set up. So we won't worry about it for the moment. But the plan is that you'll be able to enter in what you're looking for and the location, do a search, and it will all come up fine. And also it has the mile radius on here, so you'll be able to zoom in and out. But the main thing now, as you can see, I've done a test listing, and I'll show you the other ones on here as well. This is a test listing. I've added a BBC test card video from YouTube, and people can comment, people can rate you, and we've got down here all those sort of main details that are here as well. If I come back now to the main directory, I can show you a pre-made one of the demo ones, and you can get a better idea of how this is going to look. So you can upload your own, when you upload your own photo, it will add it onto the top there, and you can add additional images lower down, description information, and all your own company information, photo gallery, you can add that as well. And there's a claim listing option, so if it hasn't been claimed, people can click on that and they can enter in the details of what the listing is and that they want to claim it. I think you have to fill in the details to sign up, probably. Actually, that's just a submit box. It's integrated with WooCommerce, and I'm still playing with that part where you could obviously charge for a featured listing, and you can set this front page up. If I click on it, you can set the front page up to be featured listings, so you could charge a premium to be on the front page, and that's probably a good way to make your money. When I haven't done an import yet, but when you import from the Magic form, the idea is it'll on down here you'll have a headline. It'll have the description body, not a headline, but the description body tag there, and there'll be an image here. And I'm going to add some more content lower down. I've just been playing around with it a bit today. And then if we open this in a incognito window a minute, so I'm logged in on as an admin. Oh. And we go to add your listing. This is the box which you'd fill in all your details. So you put in your email address, listing name, location, contact email, region. So once you've loaded your own regions into the database, they'll show up here. You can choose your cover image, that's the one at the top, gallery images, description, website URL, phone number, and the video I showed you earlier in here as well. And then you just save as draft or preview it, and they would end up like I've shown you a minute ago, looking like the ones on the front page, and really easy to use. I'm going to put some training together as well, and there's some chaps in the group that I'm going to package this up into probably use WP Vivid for the moment, because I haven't tested it to convert it to a child theme. But the couple of chaps who've been in contact with me, if you message me tomorrow, I will have a backed up version with a URL link, and I'll send it over to you as it is now, so you can have a play. And then I'm going to work through all these. I want comments back from people as well. It'd be useful to know what extra pages you'd want at the top, because at the moment we've got the home page, we've got add your listing and the login details on here. And once someone's logged in, you can see you've got your listing, add listing, edit profile, log out. That's all already on the menu. Are there other tabs we could do with? Do we want an About Us page? Do we want a Contact Us page? That's the sort of feedback that'll be helpful for me, because this form, in a way, is going to be more basic when it comes down to adding X fields to than your standard template for plumbers, because less information to be added. And but it's looking nice and tidy. You can change the colors. You can edit this in Elementor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll click on that now. It shouldn't take too long to load. And you can change the colors in here. And I'm planning on working my way through this to set it up so that we've got the global color option. So it means you can very quickly change the global colors. But if you wanted to change the section color in Elementor, we click on there. We can go to styles and the colors in here. And I can change that now to a green. And so this is why I was talking about making these the global colors, because then if you change a global color, all of these sort of colors change alongside with it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's my next step with this. But the hardest part was getting the directory to load properly on here in the first place. But we're getting there. These things are always in development, and I've always said this: I will not release anything until I'm happy with it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the very first one that you started working on, it showed all this promise, and you had to kind of start from scratch. That's why we're a little week out for getting this out to people. So be patient.
Yeah.
We ran into a snag with it, and it'll come together. But the reason why we're doing the directories is a lot of people have asked for it to go along with their magic pages. Obviously we're targeting lead generation, but for the preference that Google makes to directories, a lot of people are looking to have some sort of a directory along with their lead generation. So that's why I think that, we're spending some time with it. But this has been a good week for you, Stephen, with the child theme concept, and I think that's going to be a real game changer. When I looked at it, I was like even impressed with how this stuff all comes together. It just really is pretty amazing.
Yeah. I had a private chat question come in about the training, right? Lifetime guys, right? The way the training's going to work is I'm bringing in the people who didn't get the lifetime deal. So if you got the lifetime deal, message me privately, all right, and say you got the lifetime deal, because you'll get a coupon code to the training area. So what that means is that as I do this training, there's going to be sections with all the videos in it, which everyone's going to have access to after I've done the live training. So lifetime guys are going to have access to that. That was all part and parcel of the deal. So anyone who's if you want the one-on-one training, the personal sort of live training included, then that is a payable feature. But as far as the step-by-step sections, which I'm been recording, you'll have full access to that, because that was agreed at the start for the lifetimers.
Okay.
So good. So, and that is, I've been recording some already, and then I had to change it because the Mr. Magic Darrell there watched the video and said, "Oh, we can do child themes now."
Well, you got to change it around.
So I'm now having to re-record half of it again, which is fine. But as soon as that's recorded, the way the course is going to work for those that come onto it, it's going to be do as I do over the shoulder. But the idea is I'll be there initially. I'm gonna walk you through everything live, and you're gonna do it as well. The clips, the bits that the lifetime is going to have access to in the members area are going to be the bits where it's me done a recorded version of very quickly going through it. All right. The difference between the two is we've been talking about possibly doing a Saturday night 10 p.m. Training, and then on the following Wednesday at 10 p.m. I'll be in the Facebook group. There'll be a private Facebook group for the paid members who will come in, and I will help them one-on-one personally if they're stuck.
Okay.
And make sure they're all up to speed, ready for the following Saturday. So, but I've always promised that the training videos will always be there for lifetime members.
Yeah, I mean the obviously the basic steps and things like that, but they have the interaction one-on-one.
Yeah.
So you're going to do that with your live course,
Yeah.
which will be on a Saturday. You think at about 10 UK time?
Yeah, I've had people approach me on and off and say to me, we want to be using your templates, and we understand that we understand the WP Vivid install, but we want a bit more than that, and then there's some with changes on the form and changes with Magic Page and other things. Things got delayed a little bit longer than I wanted, and each time there's a change, you've got to update the training or you've got to re-record it. So I decided, right, the best way forward with this now is to record the snippets and get them into a members area ready, and then we do the live training one-on-one that's paid for, and those that want to come on to that will have a full live walkthrough, and I'm going to just do a bit, pause, wait, and when everyone when 10 people in the course go, yeah, we've done it, then I'm going to go on to the next step. When 10 people in the course say I've done it, I've gone to the next step, and by the end of the 6-week live training, it may be a bit less than that, but 4 to 6 weeks roughly, you will have yourself a built site ready to add content, and then the last week is going to be the last couple of weeks get the content, and this is how you fill in the magic form.
Okay.
And then at the end of it, you'll have yourself a site, and then the advanced training really comes down to more so in the direction of Mike and Keith, because they do a lot more in the industry with building PBNs and helping people understand that side of things.
Okay. Sounds good. You're always so good with your courses, so I definitely can vouch for that. Your training videos and all that.
Yeah, I'm just going to adjust my camera because it's sliding. That's better.
Yeah. Awesome. So good stuff going on. Now, if you're an enterprise level member, I sent out an email today to you to get you signed up for the Mass Page Labs. That is a link for you. There is a question. The last question is if you could attach a receipt or something for your transaction ID. Don't worry about that. It's optional. If I've sent you out the email, don't feel as though you have to put that on there. I know who you are, because we obviously know who our enterprise level are. We just have that on that form for if somebody else gets the link, that they realize that they have to be an enterprise level member. So we're going to add you guys to our Skype group, and then we'll have a GoToMeeting meeting link that we'll post into that Skype group, and we'll have discussions and things like that in there. Similar to like if you're part of DMT, Digital Marketers Toolbox, he has sort of a Skype group where everybody kind of has time to discuss different things and share links and things like that. So I'm kind of modeling it after that, and some of the SEO groups that do experiments and tests as well. So that's what we want to do. Have sort of different people contribute, and so it won't be just Daryl talking. And we'll have different people talking about what's working, what's not working, and then we'll set up some experiments and try them out and document them and follow these as case studies, so that we're constantly learning from each other and growing our knowledge base on all of this. So that's how it is. Robert is late. Not gonna mark you off as late, Robert. We did talk about a few things. We'll recap about that, but there'll also be the replay inside of the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So you are welcome to watch the replay. We do this every Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock UK time. to kind of go over what is the latest in mass page news and what's happening with our two products, and what we hear is happening with Magic Page plugin. So really exciting things happening with Magic Page plugin. I was talking briefly to Mike this week on Skype, and he was telling me about some stuff, and I just it's just unbelievable the things that are happening this year in the next launch of 6.0. It's going to be a little more complicated, I'm going to tell you, with being able to change the URL structure, and the possibilities of what you can do is going to definitely increase what you can do, and how the URL structure is a big part of it. The fact that you have the import export of dynamic location sets, which you had before, but when you add it so that you can make pages and posts out of it, it just opens up a whole lot of other opportunities. And also we're talking to him and also our developers about an SEO plugin, or including it into Magic Page plugin, SEO for the standard pages, the posts and the pages and things like that. So if we could get a really good plugin that brings the schema over to regular pages, that'll be great. But as I was talking to Mike this week, at least to the pages that MPP creates on the fly, to have schema into those, and then you can just, once you set the pages from MPP, they're in your WordPress pages, so you can select any one of those to be your home page, and it just speeds up the whole process. Like I've been doing the home page first, and then cloning that and putting it back to the MPP page. Now it's going to go the other way around. I'm going to do my MPP page first, and then I'm going to move that over, or export that as a grouping of pages. Then I'll select the one I want as my main city, and just to make sure I have an about, contact, privacy policies, all those kinds of things, and it'll be good to go. So Tim Judge is saying, what did I miss?
Daryl, I'll get you to move your mic down just a tiny bit. There's a bit of a click on it when you just move the that's it.
Is that a little better?
That's better, yeah.
Okay. So Tim, you'll have the replay, obviously, that you can watch. But we did talk about a few different things, but just for the people that are watching this on replay, I'm not going to repeat everything that we just talked about. So somebody asked me, John, what's new happening with NWB? I don't have anything to report yet on that. I am talking to Tony on Monday, and I've been talking to the developer on getting more templates. So right now it's just making more templates and getting it so that that's the first thing. And then I want to get it hooked up to our forum. So that's one of my desires, to get it hooked up to the forum, so it'll work just like with Steven's templates. All right. Let's see. Any other comments? We will open up the guest line if you want to join us for the guest chit chat. We'll put you up on the screen here to do that. But just any comments you guys want to put, or questions, go ahead and put them inside the comment section inside whatever platform you're watching us on, and we'll go ahead and try to answer them for you on here. Okay.
I have to say, I did the training for MWB, and it complements MassPage plugin, and now I know Daryl's on board with it. It's just going to get better and better over the years. But with anything that is being tweaked and adjusted, you have to just take your time with it. So it might be a few months down the line, but just have a bit of patience with it. You'll get there, and for those that aren't used to MWB, Mass Website Builder is just a HTML builder, but it's a visual SaaS software where you can build your sites out and sort of drop and drag and bits like that. So, but what I always say to people, also is focus. Right?
Mhm.
If you've got the WordPress version and Dell's form, and you've got Magic Page plugin and Lead Simplify, focus on those first. Get used to them. Build sites. Get your business up and running, and then go and get MWB, which will complement on building HTML versions as well. And have a mix out there. But initially, if you're starting out and you're brand new to this, and it's so easy to buy the next shiny object, you haven't got much money in your pocket, you want to get going, focus on this initially, make money, and then expand. That's the best way to do this.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Magic Page plugin definitely will always have more, I think, features wise to MWB, but I think MWB simplicity is something that stands out of how easy it is to play with once you get it set up, because there's not as many, dynamic backlinks builder and all of the different imports, exports, so there's less controls to navigate. So it depends, if you only have MWB and that's what you have, it is working. You do have a number of templates now, and we're looking to add to that. But it's one of those things where like what Steven said, you pick a tool and just, you have to take action. If you own both tools, that's great, because you can have the data put into different ones and put them on different platforms and have more diverse pages pointing to your money site. So if you're building, backlinks or building lead generation sites and things like that, it'll be a more diverse code profile for you of pages pointing to your money site. So any questions, go ahead and type them in. Otherwise, we're going to open up the guest line.
Do you want to put the link in the chat?
I think
this, have you linked it to our one?
Yeah, well, I just put it in here, and we could send a message to all.
So anyone got any questions? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? Because I like to encourage people to come on these lives. Okay, the first person to come on this live now, right, and even just say hello, I'll reserve you a free spot on my live course when I release it in a few weeks' time.
Oh, cool. Okay, right. Cool.
Very first person to do it will get a free access to that course. I will write their name on my whiteboard, and they'll be given a coupon code to have free access and come and join.
This is the first time we've done it on StreamYard, so hopefully it will work. But if you go to go.ht/guest, right now we will bring you up into the studio here, and we can talk to you live.
And that's open to everyone, whether you got a lifetime deal out of me or monthlies. It's, and for those that missed it, in a few weeks' time, I'm doing an A to Z course with the templates, the Magic Form, Magic Page plugin, and also Lead Simplify. So it's going to be the full walkthrough. And the way we're going to do it is I'm going to do the first bit, like, buy a domain name. I'll wait until everyone's bought a domain name. And we got here he goes.
Andy helped us out by typing it in. It's funny. Yeah. I typed it in, but it didn't go out to everybody. But Tim typed it in. Thank you, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Your name's on my board now, mate.
There you go. I'm sorry I was late and asked you to repeat things, but Steven, did you go over your directory site?
Yeah. Did you want to see it quickly?
Well, if you want to, because I'm interested in that. So,
as of tomorrow. Oh, and Robert's jumped in as well.
Should I add him to the stream?
Yeah, add him to the stream. Why not?
Right. There you go, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Where is he, Robert?
It's like the Brady Bunch. Did you guys ever watch that where all the little boxers they look down? Hey, Robert, how are you doing?
I can look down at Tim. With the tomorrow, Tim, I know you've mentioned that you want to try out the directory site.
Yeah.
So I've got a pack it up in WP Vivid tomorrow, and then I'll contact you and I'll send you over a copy as it is now. But we're going to be adding more and more to it, like all the X fields. Here's a question for you, since you're on here. We've got the home page, we've got the sign up page to create a listing. Is it worth having a contact page as well on there, do you think? And are there any other pages you might like?
Well, no, well, as a directory site, I would just be the director of the directory site, trying to pull in different companies to list on my site. So the contact us would be for me to be, I guess you would want, if other companies are going to want to sign up, say, hey, this looks cool, get me a page on there. So yeah, I guess it would make sense to have a contact page, but you could always just put that in the footer.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I mean, because it's still going to be linked to Daryl's magic form. Right. So you'll fill in the magic form as normal, but the idea behind the magic form with the directory site is that it'll fill the header and footer information in for you, your logo. It will have the schema information related to your directory site. So you may not necessarily put a GMB information in there. You may fill in the information manually, and then that gets pulled into all the background of it, and and works that way. So yes, that's what we're working towards. Right.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out, and see. It's hard to do. It's hard to do anything just conceptually. That's why you guys are the pros. I just like to break things, or figure out what I like or don't like or whatever. But that's your job.
This is what it looks like. I'll share the screen a second, and we'll all go to the side, which is fine. So this is the directory site. If I just come out of Elementor, because that's the last place I left it in at, and we'll leave. I'm working on setting all the global colors up, so you'll be able to just change all the colors in one hit rather than mess around with it. So, and when this comes up, we will go to the front end and I'll show you it. Visit site. So once I've packaged this up, the idea is it has up to 6 on the front end here, 6 of the listings, and this can be switched to be featured only if you want it to. Right. I've put in description body headline there. That's going to be changed to just a description body, and an image will appear here. And then I'm thinking of possibly adding a bit more content down below. Not sure what yet on here. And then if we come into a incognito window a minute, I think I have one open with it. Did I say it there? No. Okay. Let's open a new one. So if we go into here, you'll see that it's got add your listing when you're not logged in. The first version that I came across, the plugin kept causing errors with Elementor, and the guy who created it would not respond to me, and so. But if you look here on this one, it says if you don't have an account, you can create one, sign in, and you enter in all your details down here, listing name, location. It has region, and you can load. There's a database in the background. You can load your regions in. Opening hours, so you can add all of them. You got time zone for the city that's already loaded in the database. Cover image, gallery, description, website, phone number, and a link to a video if you want to add that as well. And then you just save it as draft. There's an option in the background for them to be approved by admin only. So if you then wanted to take them to charge them, it's got WooCommerce included where you can create products. And I can't remember yet if I've created any in here. Probably haven't yet. But this is my test listing I did earlier. And it's got the old BBC test card for those that are from the UK, including music, but I won't play it. If anyone wants to go and have a look, this is just the demo version. I can grab the link. I'll stick it in the chat so people can go and have a look.
That's great.
So that's my my demo directory site, and I will zip it up for you and make sure. Let's stop sharing the screen a minute. I'll zip it all up tomorrow, and then I'll get you a link. It'll be a Google Drive link that I'll send you, and you can pull it down, restore it using WP Vivid.
Yeah.
Have a play, and then the final version, once it's done, because we're talking about all my templates are going to become child themes in WordPress. So
child themes, okay.
Yeah, so instead of having to go for the WP Vivid install and you've got to change the username and password and add your details in under general and all that, you'll do a WordPress install. Once you've done that install, you then install. If it's a Magic Page version, you put the Magic Page plugin first. You then install the child theme, and then you click a button at the top to say pull in some extra bits and pieces, import data, and it's all built.
Beautiful.
So we're converting them over the next week to do that, and my devs are frantically working through. I think it's about nearly 35 or 40 templates now to update them with Daryl's form, convert them to themes. It removes the WP Vivid backup option with this now, so
okay.
So it's getting even better. And then, like I said, my training course I'm going to be doing is going to be step by step. So I have to say to people, if you're really advanced in this, and you know, in a way, it's the old saying, I'm going to try and teach you to suck eggs as such, right? So there's going to be bits you're going to be sat here going, you know, I blooming know this, but there's going to be, we've got to remember, there's people on the course that are brand new,
right,
to doing this. So the idea of the course is, I'll show you how to set a domain name up. When everyone's done that, then we move on to the step where we set WordPress up. Once you've done that, then we move to the step where we pull we put Magic Page on and import the child theme. Then we've done that, we set Lead Simplify up. When all of that's done and we've got a web form ready, we then go over to the Magic form of Daryl's and we start filling that in.
Yeah.
And once we've done all of that, at the end of my training course, you'll have a site.
Right.
And that's the idea behind it. And then the advanced.
Is that the course I just signed up for?
That's exactly it. Yeah. So it's
free.
You know, and the idea, it's really, I've had a lot of people send me messages going, we understand everything on the bootcamp that Mike and Keith's running, but we don't understand where the templates come into it. Now, Mike and Keith are teaching people how to build a site from scratch. Right. Add all the X fields yourselves, build everything up, do the PBN and all that, and do it all sort of start to finish in that way. With the whole point of the templates club and Daryl's form is to speed things up, and we've always said that.
Right.
So we are going to go through that step by step by step, and over. I'd like to think I built a setup in you know, start to finish without Lead Simplify, but the basics of it start to finish in about an hour and a half. So
right.
You know, so beautiful. I'm thinking if we could do the first session where everyone's got their site set to that point, and then the following week I go for the step by step for Lead Simplify, and once I've done that, then we move on to using Daryl's form. Then I think it'll be fine. Those that are keen, there's a Facebook user saying how do people get into the training? I will be on one of the Sunday calls. I will be sharing a link on where people can sign up for it and pay for the course, and there will be a discount code to get 50% off the course. And the first session I'm going to do maximum of 15 people on it. I don't want too many, because the moment you get to like more than that, you've got people waiting because someone's taking a bit longer because they don't always understand. Then that becomes a 2-hour session and people can get very tired easily. So I'd rather have 15 people, and we're going to do it on a Saturday night at 10 p.m. UK time, similar time to this. I've had about 8 different people sort of like that idea, and then I'm going to do in my Facebook group a live on here where people can come on and ask anything. There'll be a private Facebook group set up for that, where people will be joined as you learn, and you'll be able to jump in there. And all the training videos will be in a membership area. And lifetime guys, I've already said you'll get those recordings. So those will be, for the lifetime guys, to record the training sessions with just a snippets of me, what I'm talking about. But it's more the one-on-one watching me as I do and I wait.
Yeah.
That's the bit that people are paying for.
Yeah. Well, I'm a member of your Templates Club, and I just set up a new website the other night, and I followed along with your simple videos that are there. So I like the way you do that. So I'm excited to get in on this. I was coming in anyway just to say hello to you guys. But,
yeah. Well, I've been doing the Lead Simplify videos, and it was someone who's got Lead Simplify who messaged me and went, when are you going to do a course for all your templates?
Yeah.
And then we had a big update on the Magic Form, and then Mike turned around and went, oh, by the way, we're now going to be updating Magic Page, right?
Right.
And I went, So what I've been doing is getting now, and also thanks to, I've got to point the right way on my camera, Mr. Dowell watching lots of videos, right? He then basically came up with the idea, of showing me how to convert them to child themes. So over the next week, we're going to get as many done as we can, converted child themes with all the new X fields of the Magic Form. When all of that is done, and they're converted on the site to be themes rather than WP Vivid files, that's when my training course will go live, because I want to be teaching people using the theme version, not the WP Vivid version.
Right. That'd be great.
And it'll be the full walkthrough. And at the end of the training course, I promise you, if you haven't been able to build a site, I'll give you back your training course money personally. I'd rather you have it back, right? But the idea of this is step by step by step, and at the end, you've got yourself a site. And I've got someone creating some spun content for the theme that we're going to be doing. So hopefully, I'll be able to give out a document with that on, with all the spin tags in, so you would have pasted it in the same places on the Magic Form and pull it in, and you'll end up with a unique site different to everyone else's as well.
Right.
So I want the whole complete thing. And then when you built one, you can then go to my training area, right, and build another one with one of the other templates. If it may be a template that you're not planning on doing at first, but you will have a site at the end of it, and then you can take any of the templates and follow the training videos and create it that way. So it's super exciting.
Oh, thanks a lot, Tim, for joining us.
Hey, how do you like StreamYard?
So far, so good.
Yeah, very good.
I use it a lot.
Yeah.
I do a lot of videos with this. I run a lot of programs. I didn't realize this was one of the new sites that I built, and I didn't realize that this was the last time I signed in. I was making a video for this show, and I usually don't leave that stuff in there. But I'm looking at like, how did they know? How did they pull that in? But yeah, I use StreamYard a lot, so it just picked it up because that was my last sign in.
Okay.
So yeah, good stuff. I love StreamYard, so this would be great, and good stuff.
Yeah.
I love Sunday afternoons.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here. I hope winter's not treating you too badly down there.
I gotta rest up. We got a foot of snow coming.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they've already canceled school, so kids want to stay up and watch a movie. I'm like, you got to go to bed because you got to shovel in the morning. So
yeah.
You know what? When I was a kid, right, I used to live in a village in Somerset, and when it snowed, right, all the lanes would fill up to the top, so you couldn't get out. Now, all the kids go, yeah, you've got a day off. Oh, no, not us. In our village, right, we had these buses that were run by a company called Comfy Lux, right? They were like tanks. They got through anything, I promise you. They used to pull up. We go, oh, the blooming buses here. We all had to go to school, right? And then it wasn't until it's chucking it down with snow that they finally think we better go home.
Right, right.
It's just, a day off for once. No, not a chance. But now you have 2 snowflakes, right? And the school's shut. They're too scared of health and safety now.
Yeah. Last week we had a 2-hour delay because it was frost on the ground in the morning. I was like, It was
Wow.
unbelievable. There was nothing but a little bit of frost. So you drive half speed to school, but there's no reason why you couldn't have gone.
Yeah.
But no, tomorrow's a snowstorm, which is just as well they stay home because I don't want to shovel it all. I'm glad they don't have those kind of buses around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff,
Awesome.
guys.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Tim. Thanks for joining us.
You got it. Take it
Awesome.
easy.
Bye for now, mate.
Bye-bye.
We've
All
got
right.
a few questions coming in now, haven't we?
Yeah. Let's take a
So-
look at what we had a few here. Which one did you want to address here? Let's see, Stephen.
So shall we go with the one underneath the
This
I
one?
put the link in? So yeah, so whoever you are, by the way, don't forget if you look down below on Facebook or look within this area on Facebook, you'll see a thing that says approve StreamYard. If you approve it, your name will appear, and we'd love to give out your name on here. So I don't understand why you are creating directory sites of your own. The reason being, right, if you're on the boot camp with Mike and Keith, they say about building single niche PBNs and things like that, and people struggle with ideas for that. The idea with this is that you can set your own directory site up. You can add lots of local businesses to it. Right? And this is what I would do. I would pay a VA to add all the local businesses in an area to that site, and then reach out to them to claim their listings. Once they've claimed their listings, right, you're going to end up with a list of people who are in a situation, right, where you can email out to them from your directory site and go, hey, how'd you like some leads? Because you'll realize how quick the ones that claim the listings are the ones that want more business. So you will be able to set a directory site up, create it a generic directory site, put some listings on, get your name out there in the local area and get people signing up. And then you've got yourself a list. And that's what's important is you can then say, oh, look, I've got 10 plumbers on my directory site. I'll build a plumber site. So you build a plumber site, you rank it, generate leads, contact those plumbers, offer them the leads. That's the best way I would do with a directory site. If you're new to this, build a site first, get it set up, get it running, get it ranked in a single niche and focus on that. The directory site has been asked for by a lot of people in the Templates Club, and we've decided to build one for you and add it. That's the main thing. Whether you want to use it or not is entirely your choice. So is that fair enough to say, Daryl?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's sort of like a foot in the door strategy to add some more value to. Also, for years, I've had a good experience with using directories to pull in just traffic, because if somebody's searching for that particular business and your directory page comes up in the search engines, now all of a sudden you got traffic that you didn't have to create content for. They created the content for you. So it's always a very, very positive thing to have a directory as a part of your Magic Page lead generation sites. And also, it's another way to add value so that you don't get de-indexed or anything like that by Google, because you're providing a service to the user. If you notice, Google likes those sites that have directories in them. So I don't see why it would hurt to if you're able to do the same thing we do with MPP. Magic Page plugin, to do it with a directory alongside of the same site. So I totally see where this is, not going to take over. Obviously, you don't need to do a directory, but I think we were challenged last month to come up with a directory template, and in doing so, we found that it's better to do it the way that Stephen has adopted, to use an existing, coded theme that we run that works in parallel with Magic Page plugin, and makes the X fields all work all in the same pages.
And it's going to work with Daryl's form.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the fields are going to be used on it, but things like a logo at the top, all the background data. So we're going to make sure that the schema section on Magic Page is filled in. And Daryl mentioned earlier there are plans afoot to have an SEO option with Magic Page. When that happens, we'll be updating all the templates again to make sure that SEO part works with the X fields. We'll do a video initially showing you how to do it, so you can update your own, and then we'll gradually update all the others. So in the future, imagine this, 12 months down the line, where you come along to the Templates Club and you go, I want a template for a plumber. You pull it in, you set your WordPress site, you pull it in, you fill in Daryl's form, you stick that onto the site, and the site's built. And that's what we want to get to for you.
Yeah. So we had a question, I think, from Robert. I think. How do people get in the training class?
So the plan is, once I've got the templates updated to be child themes and they're all in the system, then I'll announce on here a link for people to be able to go and sign up and pay for the training course. And so that's the best way forward. And just to recap, if you're a lifetime person, right, you'll need to reach out to me, support@leadgenmagic.com, with your lifetime receipt, because we've got so many members now, it's a nightmare to catch up. So if you're a lifetime person, send me just a snapshot of your receipt. I'll add you to an email list, and what will happen is you'll get access to the recorded training. That's the snippets that I do to show you how to do it. The live course itself, what you're paying for is watching me live, step by step doing it. And whilst the videos that I'm adding into the members area, they're sort of more reminders for people who have been on the course. That's the main thing with it. But I will release a link nearer the time on here, Sunday Live, and people can go and sign up. And I'm going to do a special discount code to get 50% off the course. And there'll be a maximum of 15 slots, one of which has already gone to Tim. He won that tonight. In fact, I might be nice and allow for all 15 maybe, but there'll be only 15 slots available for the first run of this. And it's going to run for about 4 weeks roughly. And it'll be on a Saturday night, 10 p.m. UK time. So the same time as this, but on a Saturday night. And then on the Wednesday at the same time, I'm going to be live in a private Facebook group for all the people who are on the course, to give you extra help. And in fact, I'll be nice, lifetimers, when you sign up, I'll give you access to that Facebook group as well. So you'll be able to jump in and ask questions on there. The only bit you won't get is the live bit on the Saturday night, because that's paid for, because it's one-on-one time. Same as if you wanted my one-on-one time, same with Daryl, you contact us and we charge for that, because we have so much work on to fit people in. You have to pay for that time, unfortunately. If I said, I'll give you my time for free, and I had 20 people approach me, that's 20 hours a week. If I'm giving you all an hour each, it's impossible to do that and my main work. So that's why we charge for our time.
Yeah. So there's another question from Dale. Thanks, Dale, for adding your picture. We appreciate that. Can you build a one-page template flow sheet as you go? I think you're talking about the training to kind of show a one-sheeter of the whole thing. I think that maybe that's something you should also add for everybody, just because members should definitely have a one-sheet instructions on what to do. I did a PDF on mine. I call it the recipe for builders, that you can go and grab, and it just tells you all the different steps for using the Mass Page tools to get it into Magic Page plugin. I think that you probably would be great to have yours as well. And then maybe I'll add that to my instructions page too. So I'll say, if you're a Template Club member, follow this simple one sheet.
That's absolutely a great idea. May not be ready straight away for the first run, because there's so much to do over the next 2 weeks with the current Templates Club to bring that up to speed and record the training. So, but after the first run, I'll go back over the videos, and I'll create a step-by-step sheet on show it, saying what you need to do, and we'll get that done. But that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, Walter brings up Steve. The sites that are made with WP Vivid will switch to child themes.
They
That was
will.
that was our early news of the
Yeah.
broadcast today. Is we've proven that it can be done, and it's quite an elegant solution, isn't it?
It is nice. If you come back next week on here live, I will walk you through the entire process. So you'll get to see the entire process. And by then, my devs would have got the version without the X fields completed. Those will be done, and hopefully by then, the majority of the ones with the X fields as well will be done. And so you will see there'll be a new. The way we're going to do this is we're going to actually create a new page in the members area. So when you go in, when you click on the templates, you'll have the option of the child theme version and the current WP Vivid version. And as we create them, we'll add them and add them and add them. When they're all updated, eventually, as we update like one of them, like the plumbers one, the WP Vivid version will be taken off.
Okay.
And eventually, WP Vivid ones will be completely gone, and it'll only be child theme versions.
Awesome. Our good friend Terry says, any news on Mike's Magic Page plugin?
I think you mentioned that briefly earlier, didn't
you?
You?
They're still last week they said between maybe 2 to 4 weeks that they would have it launched for version 6. They're doing a whole lot of testing on various platforms and everything, so they don't have a lot of support tickets once they launch it. I was in talks with Mike this week about if I should build a SEO plugin or if it's likely to get included. So no word exactly whether it will definitely be able to be done, but he did say he would ask his developers to see if we can at least have the posts and pages have SEO and schema directly from Magic Page plugin. So that would be nice, because once you are exporting from MPP's Magic Page to actual posts and pages as exported, they're physical pages, and it would be certainly great if the schema worked on those pages as well, because you can easily just select one of those pages, make it your home page, and away you go. So really, I think that's cool, and I have some other ideas for him for the other pages as well. But anything you want to add to that, Stephen?
No, I mean I'm really excited. I've seen some of the things that the new version can do already. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be one of the most powerful mass page plugins about ever. I mean, I own a lot of them already, and I've always favoured, even before I got involved with working with Mike, and everyone else in the group. It was more to the point that I've always used Magic Page plugin over the others. But the thing, and I'll be 100% honest, Mike won't mind me saying this, I never really liked the dynamic side of it, because it takes longer to index them. That was always my issue. And the quickest way I found to index them is I'd go to a page, I'd add it to the sitemap, and I'd let Google find the sitemap by itself. But it's a bit of a long-winded way of doing it. With the physical pages now, they'll index quicker. And not only that, it will also index the dynamic pages quicker as well. And both of those are being kept. The way I got around that at first was I own another plugin, and I've completely forgotten its name. It's well known. You'll probably remember it yourself.
Page Generator Pro.
Page Generator Pro, that's it. Yep. So I owned that, and I used to build a single site with that and Magic Page plugin together and make them interlink. And so I did that for a while. Page Editor Pro is great, but the problem with it is it doesn't do the local linked pages. So if you wanted to do nearby cities, 5 nearby cities on a link at the bottom, you can do it, but it's very long-winded. And I'm fairly technical, and I struggle to get it to work. With Magic Page plugin, it has that, and now with the new physical pages as well, that means for me it's a no-brainer. I won't need Page Generator Pro to do what I need to do. And I'm super excited. And that's just a small part with the changes that Mike's doing. There are so many more. And I've seen demos of a lot of it already. And I'm not. I promised Mike I wouldn't give away too much because that's Mike's job in Mike's group to do
Right.
when it happens. But we're only sharing with you what's public knowledge already.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's really good.
Let's see. Let's see. Robert says you guys are really giving value and helping people understand how to get started. Thank you. Robert's such a great guy. He's always the first one to give a compliment and point things out. So we really appreciate it. He also pointed out a pro tip to tell people is that the difference between the themes and MPP templates, they are JSON files. So yeah, what he's saying is under the Magic Page plugin free templates, those are JSON files that you have to import page by page. And the difference between Stevens is that they're all is one group. So currently with the WP Vivid file and with the child themes coming, they're all in one package. So you import it once and all of the pages come into play. And with his templates club, they're already enabled with my X fields in it from a magic form. And so you get really fast building sites and more really cool things coming. You were talking about custom things, right? You were going to do some custom.
That's right. Just on another point, when you set up the JSON files that are supplied with the templates that Mike does, they do not come with the menus at the top and bottom.
Right.
So if you're not a technical person, you're new to this, and you don't know how to add a menu at the top, which is the horizontal one, right? And the thing is, Elementor on its own, the free version does not give you a horizontal version. That's why we put Elementor kits in, because that way then it enables you to have a horizontal version. But that's just the top. Then you got to add one. Then you got to add one to the footer, which is the WordPress one, to make it go horizontal. Vertical, sorry, vertical. So you import, you set your WordPress up, you create your home page as a new page, you import the JSON file onto that page. You have to understand how to do that. You then add the top menu and bottom menu, and you change the content in the middle. And that's without the X fields. So that's the first step, and that's home page. Then you got to do that with the services page, about us page, and contact us page. With what I'm doing, it's ready done for you. And there's a version without the X field, and there's a version with. And so they will be changed to child themes. And then the cool thing that we're working on as well with it is the menus at the moment are on each individual page. So what I mean by that is the header, the top menu and the footer menus are individual. So if you change it on page 1, you've then got to work your way through page 2, page 3. And if you created a 50-page website manually, you've got to change it individually across all of them. With the newer versions, we are changing that. And it's going to take a bit of time to do this, to have the same header and footer, you edit it in a template instead. So when you change it in a template, it changes site wide. And we're doing that because of the new version of Magic Page plugin. So we are getting there with that, and then we're going to do global colors throughout. So it means that if you want to change the entire site, click of a switch from blue to red, you'll go into the global colors, and you'll say the page colors I want this changed to. The header, we're going to set up in a way so you change that. So the header will be one color, footer will be a separate color, and the bit in the middle will be all one color, all the background. And so you'll be able to just go in and change those colors globally.
That's awesome. We were playing around with it, weren't we, earlier this week? And it really can change the whole look and feel of the entire child theme so quickly. So
it's going to be great, because Mike talks about building an evergreen site. And what he means by that is, when you build your first site, right, before you minify Magic Page to hide the Magic Page plugin, that's what it does. Right, you make a full backup of the site using a backup program like All-in-One Migration or WP Vivid. You save that site, and let's say it was plumbers.com. You then take that site over to another domain name. Let's say it's myplumbers.com. You import that back in, and then you can change the text in it to become a new site. And that's what they mean by evergreen. The bonus with what we're doing is you can clone the site over, go to Dowell's form, reload one of the previous forms about plumbers, change the data in there, and import it. Change the images, import it all in, and boom, it's redone very quickly. So it's a quicker way of doing things, and that's what we're getting towards.
I loved what Robert said. Easy button, Daryl's form, and Steven's template. Awesome.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, that's great.
He's awesome, Robert is.
Our good friend Andrew, Monday morning there, he says, Keith talks about mixing and matching templates to your liking. How would this affect the form content? The magic form is just going to create the X fields. And if you mix and match, as long as they're encoded with the X fields, like Stevens does, you're going to be in good shape there. So you'll be able to, if you wanted to mix and match a little bit from this, a little bit from that, I guess you could do that. The only problem is with the child theme, you can only bring in one child theme at a time. So I can see where the mixing and matching would be a problem. We were looking to do something with sections, but we'll talk about that down the road. I'm still going to be testing that out.
There is something that people can do. Let me share my screen.
Sure. Yep. Oh, I think you cut yourself out. He's going to come back, hopefully. So Steven's going to, when he comes back, he's going to show. There we go.
I hit the wrong button and kicked myself out.
There you go.
that's what happens. Anyway, I was about to share my screen, and I'll quickly show you a sort of pro tip, and we'll bring that up. So this is the roofing site that is almost complete with all the X fields in. So you'll see that where it's got lead gen magic there, that is the GMB title that would go in there, the location, short description. That's the top description, and then you've got on these templates. Whilst these are all the same, these will be changed. It was just when this one was redone, there was a little issue with the form which has now been fixed. So this will match up with that. So you can always remember image 1, description body 1, headline 1, description body 1, and these automatically change as they're spun. They're the call to actions within Daryl's form, and then you work your way down. Now the thing is, these sections, what you can do is you can save these sections as templates, export them, and import them into another site. And I should quickly show you how to do that on here. So let's just say, for an example, I love this header, and I wanted this whole header section to be mine on another site. You right click on the 3 little dots. I'll show you that again. So sorry, 6 dots. You right click in Elementor, save it as a template. You can name it then something like header pick, and click save. And then header pick is up here, and you can then simply click on here and export it. It'll download it, and then when you want to import it back in, you'll come back into a section on your site. Let's find a section down here a minute. You'll click on the little folder. And then you'll go, I want to pull it. Let's say that isn't there. You click on the little upload button. You'd select the file. You'd pull it in. I won't do it because I've already got it in there. It'll load it into the system in here, and then you just do insert and say yes. And if you look here, in a moment, it will pull it in, and there you go.
So literally, you could save it as your own JSON file to bring in onto another site if that's what you want to do. That's great. Yeah.
So that's a quick way of doing this. Is just resorting itself out. It seems to do that.
So like literally, if you wanted to do that now, because JSON files can be section by section, you could get into Steven's Templates Club and go ahead and go through and find the best of the best that you like, the sections that you like, save it as JSON files, and then bring them into, as you're building the sites, into your favorite blocks and have it that way.
One other thing, when you re-pull these back in, if this theme has been set up in this way, and I'll show you here, the layout is normally, most of these are set to canvas, Elementor canvas. If you pull something in, some reason, we'll try and work out why, it changes it. So what you have to do is click on the little setting cog down there, page layout, and change it back to the Elementor canvas. And
I
then,
see.
all right, and that will then make it wide again. It's a weird little issue in Elementor. I'm sure you and I, doubt at some point, can work out why. But now, if you look, it's got that section that's here with all the X field. Thing to remember, right? With the templates I'm releasing, these description bodies and bits and pieces are done in order, right? So if you happen to save this and you put it somewhere else on your site, and you go, I want this to be description body 18, right? You'll need to go into each of these and change the number there. You'll need to go into this bit here, change the number there. And there's a hidden image here. If you click on the edit image and click on text, you can then change the number there. So these I like to keep these in order on each page. So as you work down the page, you know, and especially for people who are new to this, that you're going to put your Xfield company in there, right? The location's pulled in automatically from Dell's form. The standard description, call to actions you can leave alone because they're all random across the pages anyway. And then, as I've said here, image. And if you look here, I've done the SRC code, so you can set it to an image automatically. And then you've got the description bodies and so on. The only other thing to know, if you want to change the background image, you have to click on the 6 dots on the section and go to style.
Yeah.
And it's there.
Yeah.
Now, we can't change these automatically. So this is something that throughout the site you'd have to change yourself. But Daryl's new plugin that he showed us the other week will pull in those images from Daryl's form into the media library with all the alt information in already. So then you can just click on choose image, and it'll be pulled into the media library. So it's really nice and simple. So that's the rule. Just remember, testimonial section that I've got here, that would work anywhere on the site. And you could even up these to free. You could change these. How many testimonials do you think there are on your thing, Daryl?
Well, I think we do like 10 auto testimonials, but you can do as many as you want.
Yeah.
And it'll just make X fields for them. It also make the spin text shortcode for them as well.
Yeah. But what's cool on here is you can change that. Like if you got 10, you could change that one to the number 10 there. So if you want different ones in different places, you just change the numbers. And this is the benefit: B1, B2, B3, B4. So it's fairly easy. It's being laid out to be easy, and when you use my templates and Daryl's form, all this data gets filled in automatically across the site. The map gets changed. You don't need on the templates the Google API because it uses an embed for this. So it just changes the location to your area. And this is what's talking about the menu. This menu here is a standard WordPress menu compared to the one at the very top, which is a long ways menu, which is from Elementor kits.
Okay.
And but the idea of these as well is to when you use one of these and you're learning for the first time Magic Page, and you go, well, what are all these X fields? What are they doing? You can use one of these and understand that code is for the address coming from Daryl's form. That's the public email. That's the phone. So then, as you get to know this, you can build your own. You can take these, you can copy this info, and this is the other super cool thing that I love. If you're working on the same site and you want to copy this section to a different page, have the page open on a second window, and you can right-click on this section there and do copy. And then you can paste it anywhere else. Let's do a blank box down here, and I'll paste it in here.
Yep.
And there we go.
Yep.
So now I've got that elsewhere. Oh, I don't actually want it there. I'll hit the X button and get rid of it.
Right.
So it's going to be super quick and easy to do these sort of things as you learn them. But if you're brand new to this and you go, well, how do I do this? Even down to the icons at the bottom of the page. If you look here, we've got all the icons here. All right. And if you don't fill one of these on Daryl's form, they just bunch down together. So you end up without that one there or that one there, and they all sort of group together. And it's this sort of coding that new people don't understand because if you want to build a lead gen business, do you want to be spending the time understanding all the coding? It's a bit like buying a car, isn't it?
Right,
You go and buy a car, you don't want to know how to put the engine together.
Right.
When you walk into that showroom, the bloke goes, "There's the car in bits. Here's a manual. You go and put it together." You don't want to know all that, and that's sort of the best way of describing my templates and Daryl's magic form.
Saving you a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah, saves you having to build it.
All right. Any more questions for us, Andrew? I hopefully that that answers what you were asking about taking bits. You can save them as JSON files and transport them from one template to another. So that's helpful, especially if they've got the X fields in them already. So, but I guess without any further questions, we have a busy week this week, right? You got
loads to do, mate.
Yeah.
Loads to do, and on top of that, I'm teaching the kids every morning. So it's less hours now for me. I've been putting more work on my devs. Every morning teach the kids, and then get out here in the afternoon to work and late evening. So it's long hours.
Crazy world of COVID that we're all getting through.
Yeah.
So,
but the reason I do this is I love helping people. Anyone who I've done one-on-one training with, where they pay me to do that, they'll say, right. And one person in the group who I know I've done one-on-one training with is Robert, lovely guy. And you ask these people who I've done one-on-one training with, I try and keep it simple, and I give you the time to work through it. And where someone pays me for an hour, occasionally it's gone over that time because I'm happy to help them, and that's sort of how it works. So, and I'll do the same with the training course. I want everyone to succeed. That's all we want you to do.
Give a lot of value, and people keep coming back, and that's what it's all about, is taking care of, like you're taking care of your customer, and those that are watching, you're do what you love and take care of your customers, and you'll be in good shape. So be safe and be well. Thank you, Robert, and we're going to call it a show today. And again, thank you guys for joining us on the Sunday Live. Again, we do it 10 o'clock UK time, Sunday nights, and 5 o'clock Eastern time. We tried a new platform. I think it was successful, StreamYard.
Yeah. And, now, if you're on Facebook, please like and share this, and the same on YouTube. Please like and share it, because the more people that know about it helps people learn stuff on here. We always like to give value and show tips and tricks and bits and pieces. And so, please share, please let people know.
And subscribe if you're find our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We're trying to hit that 100 mark so we can name our channel. And we appreciate all of your support. So Terry says thank you. Thank you, Terry.
Daryl, have you got the link for your YouTube channel?
If you just search Mass Page Tools in YouTube, it's the best way. Cool. And you'll find it there, and you'll go to the channel, and just go ahead and subscribe. And you can ring the notification bell, because we do sometimes spontaneously go live, and then you'll get to get in on that as well. So it'll alert you on those things. So as long as people ring the bell, and so is it the Mass Page Software and Consulting one? That's the one. Yep.
I've got the link. I'll whack it in here now for people as well. So everyone go and click on that link. And anyone else who's watching this after the event, go and click on the link, subscribe, and ring the bell. That's what I say. And let's get Daryl up to those 100 people, so that he can change the name from UCQZ 182 to a better name.
Better name, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and enjoy your week ahead. And we'll be talking with you. Thank you.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye.
Bye.